Good evening. Today we are here to present our presentation, Care of the Patient with Acute Liver Failure. Let's see what is acute liver failure. This is appearance of severe complications rapidly after the first signs of liver disease and indicates that liver has sustained severe damage. This is close to function of 80% to 90% of liver. This often happening right after an overdose of medicine and poisoning. Let's see what are the complications are acute liver failure, hepatic encephalopathy, and impaired protein synthesis. Let's move on to the next slide. Let's see why should we need to concern about this condition as nurses. As a nurse, we know the liver handles a number of functions in the body, including getting rid of harmful substances, producing protein that allow for adequate clotting, and making bile, which is needed to digest food. When the liver is failing, it can no longer complete these vital tasks. So, more importantly, toxic substance cannot be excreted properly due to limited function of the liver. Thus, the liver cannot adequately remove toxins from blood. This causes a buildup of toxins in bloodstream. So, this eventually leads to fatal brain damages like coma and cerebral edema. As a nurse, we should focus on supporting body systems, managing signs and symptoms of decreased liver function, avoiding worsening cerebral edema. So we can do monitor level of consciousness, blood pressure, volume status, blood and coagulation test, and patient signs and symptoms. Let's see another uh, presentation. I invited to present our another group member, Sadisha.
Okay, thank you, Dias. This is our case presentation. Patient information. Name of the patient is Mr. Sunil Disanayaka. He is 45 years old male patient. He is a sales manager. His presenting complaints are jaundice and confusion. History of patient illness. Mr. Sunil Disanayaka presented to the ICU with a 3-day history of progressively worsening jaundice, confusion, and generalized weakness. His family reported that he had been complaining abdominal discomfort for the past week, which he initially attributed to indigestion. However, over the last few days, his symptoms rapidly escalated, prompting his admission to the hospital. His past medical history: he has hypertension and well controlled it on losartan K 25 mg MANA dose. No history of liver disease or alcohol abuse. Medications: losartan K 25 mg MANA dose. Social history: non-smoker, occasional alcohol use, 2-3 drinks per week. His family history: no known liver disease. Physical examination done. General jaundiced appearance, confused but cooperative. His vital signs: temperature 37.2 Celsius, heart rate 92 beats per min, blood pressure 130/80 mercury millimeters, respiratory rate is 18 breaths per min, oxygen saturation 90% on room air. His abdomen: mild tenderness in the right upper quadrant, liver palpable 3 centimeters below the right costal right margin. Neurologically, he is disoriented to time and place, otherwise no focal deficits. Laboratory findings on admission: liver function test done, total bilirubin 15 mg/dl, direct bilirubin 10 mg/dl, AST 1200 UL, ALT 950 UL, ALP 150 UL, INR 3.5. His renal function test shows creatinine 1.0 mg/dl, BUN 20 mg/dl, electrolytes are normal, complete blood count done, and it shows mild thrombocytopenia. otherwise normal. Platelets are 1 lakh for 1 mm blood. Serology, negative for hepatitis A, B, and C. Imaging, abdominal ultrasound shows mild hepatomegaly. Now we can see nursing diagnosis for this patient. Actual problems are abdominal pain related to disease condition, impaired skin integrity related to increased bilirubin concentration, activity intolerance related to generalized weakness, disturbed thought process and potential for mental deterioration related to abnormal liver function, disturbed body image related to changes in appearance. Potential problems are high risk of injury related to altered level of consciousness, high risk for decreased cardiac output related to hypertension, high risk for feeling bad about appearance causing by hepatomegaly and jaundice. Other problems are risk for financial problems because of illness, risk for emotional problems because of many worries. Now I invite another member of our group for present care planning of this patient.
Okay, Sandesha. Now I present the planning of the care of above nursing diagnosis to relieve pain, assess the pain level, continually assess the patient's pain level, reassure the patient, give appropriate painkillers. Second one is to provide skin integrity, regularly assess the skin for signs of jaundice, gently clean the skin with mild soap and water, apply moisturizing lotion to keep skin hydrated, protect jaundiced skin from direct sunlight to avoid photosensitivity reactions, repositioning patient every 2 hours, relieve pressure and prevent pressure ulcers. To improve activity level, evaluate the present current activity level, assess the vital signs, muscle strength, balance, and coordinations, assist with mobility using appropriate aids like walkers, position the patient comfortably to prevent fatigue. Next one is to improve thought process, perform a thorough assessment of the patient's mental status, evaluate the patient's social and environmental factors, establish a trusting and supporting nurse-patient relationship with through therapeutic communication techniques, create a calm and safe environment. Next one is to improve body appearances, conduct a sensitivity assessment of the patient's perception of their body, explore the emotional impact of these changes on the patient's self-esteem, mood, and interpersonal relationships, establish a trusted and non-judgmental relationship with the patient. Next one is to reduce risk of injury, use padded side rails, instruct patient to ask for assistance to get out of bed, continuously monitor patient's level of consciousness using Glasgow Coma scale, and maintain close observation of the patient, provide adequate hydration and nutritional support to reduce weakness. Next one is to keep cardiac output in normal level, monitor vital signs frequently, assess fluid balance, evaluate for signs and symptoms of decreased cardiac output, administer antihypertensives as prescribed. Next one, to encourage the patient, evaluate the patient emotional status, self-esteem, provide clear and understandable information about the cause of hepatomegaly and jaundice, reassure the patient, encourage the patient with personal grooming and personal hygiene. Next one, help to may handle financial problems, assess the patient's current financial status, evaluate the illness and related health care costs are affecting the patient's financial stability, assess the patient's stress level regarding financial status, connect the patient with financial assistance program. Next one, help to handle worries causing due to illness. Conduct a assessment of patient emotional status and assess the patient current coping mechanism. establish a trusting and empathetic nurse-patient relationship, teach relaxation exercises, mindfulness exercises. Now I invite to Dileka for presenter implementation.
Let's see the implementation. To relieve pain, continuously assess the pain level, reassured the patient, gave appropriate painkillers as prescribed. To provide in skin integrity, regularly assess the signs of jaundice, gently clean the skin with mild soap and water, applied moisturizing lotion to keep skin hydrated. To improve activity level, evaluate the patient's current activity level, assess the vital signs, muscle strength and coordination of patient. Position the patient comfortability to prevent fatigue. To provide in skin integrity, regularly to improve throughout process, perform a throughout assessment of patient's mental status, establish trusting and supported nurse-patient relationship throughout therapeutic communication, create a calm and safe environment. To improve body appearance, conducted a sensitive assessment of their body, establish a non-judgmental and trusted relationship with the patient. To reduce risk of injury, use padded side rails, instructed patient to ask for assistance to get out of bed, continuously monitored patient's levels of conscious using Glasgow Coma Scale, maintain close observation of the patient. To keep cardiac output in normal level, monitored vital signs frequently, assessed fluid balance, administered antihypertensive as prescribed. To encourage the patient, evaluated the patient's emotional status, self-esteem, reassured the patient, encouraged the patient with personal grooming and personal hygiene, help to handle financial problems, assess the patient's current financial status, assess the patient's stress level regarding financial status, help to handle worries causing due to illness, conduct an assessment of patient's emotional status, assess the patient's current coping mechanisms, taught relaxation exercises, mindfulness exercises. Let's see the conclusion. This patient's management for acute liver failure demonstrate a critical role of a nursing care in supporting patients throughout complex medical conditions. Throughout comprehensive assessment, vigilant monitoring, and coordinated interventions, nurses play a pivotal role in optimizing patients' outcomes and promoting recovery in acute liver failure cases. Now, finally, we discuss about acute liver failure. Acute liver failure is a rare but life-threatening condition characteristic by rapid disorientation in liver function. Timely recognition, supportive care, and early consideration of liver transplantation are crucial in improving outcomes. This is our references. Thank you.